Hello? Hello? Where are we? Hey guys, and welcome back to In Stars and Time. I gotta let that ring out a little bit every time because eventually there'll be an echo somewhere. I mentally hear it every time. Anyways, how are we all doing? Happy Friday, everyone. And for some of you, it might be still Thursday, but majority, it's Friday. But yeah, how are we all doing? How's everyone's week been? Hopefully everyone's had a good week leading into the weekend. Hey Nadia, how you doing? Hey Snake, it's trauma time? It's trauma time indeed. We are back with Sifrin and his adventures through trauma space. Sleep maxing in the holidays. I approve. Sleep maxing is very much approved. Honestly, that's kind of what I did throughout like the Easter period. Like after I did the Gartic phone stream, honestly, I spent like maybe a good 3, 4, nearly 5 days just sleeping. Doing good, got off call and a couple of other friends. Now I'm playing in my Minecraft survival. Nice. I've been playing Minecraft with some of my friends the last couple of months. Honestly, the world that we've been playing on has evolved so much, and it's weird how that happens with Minecraft. But yeah, let's wait, what? I have to try and remember. Wait. Okay, there we go. Things are working. Okay, so mini recap from what I remember happening the last time I played this. Sifrin thought that with the power of friendship, everything was gonna be cool. That last loop that he did, he thought was gonna be the last one. Only to get even more traumatized by the fact that the power of friendship doesn't work. So now this guy's on a adventure to find out about timecraft or time magic. But seriously, can you blame him? Like this shit's been traumatizing for him, like severely. I called my Minecraft world Nadia's hellhole, so of course I spawned in an icy tundra, but I still made it work. Built my base into one of those ice mountains. Nice! Can I use that craft skill? Loop, what do I do? No, you. You need to talk to them in person. Fine, I will talk to Loop in person. Because I don't really remember what I'm actually supposed to be doing. Q-Jack, yeah it is. Closer. His hand abruptly stops above your shoulder and goes back to his side. Nope, nothing. Okay, let's go talk to Loop. Welcome back, Stardust. Power of love didn't cut it, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping this could be it somehow. But at least you found out more about your party, didn't you? You had fun, didn't you? What is it all good for if they'll all forget it in the next loop? Yeah, but for once, Loop seems at a loss for words. In the meantime though, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop? Wait. loop, loops, loop is loop, loop loops, and loop loops with the loop, but loop is the loop. Insane loop plot twist, maybe. Indeed. So many loop and a loop and a loop and a loop, 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 loop. I imagine even I even managed to find a whole big cave with a trial chamber and a lush cave biome and 2 mine shafts and 3 dungeons in the main area. I'm mindful of my resources. Nice. That's actually pretty. That's a pretty good find. That is a pretty good find. It's even better when you find a spot with like a big diamond ore vein. Anyways, Loop, what should I do next? You're doing so many different things. What do you need help with? You need help on find more about the king, find more about the loops. The loops. What should I do now? So you've talked to the king and found out about something called Timecraft, was it? I wonder where you'd be able to find out more about it. There might be a book about it somewhere. Maybe the librarian in Dormont knows something. You know what? I'll go check in with him. Never mind, actually. I'm good. Okay, bye, Loop. That's all I needed to know from you. Because I don't know whether I talked to the librarian or not. I feel like I did, but I don't remember if I did. Ah, I have talked to him about. I've talked to him about Timecraft. What did he say again? Craftonomy books. Libraries in the house. Okay. Made my character Gregory, but in hyper-realistic Photoshop form. Interesting and very creative. See, I don't know how Photoshop works, so to some degree I feel like I should know, considering video editing, and making thumbnails. I'm still not good at making thumbnails. Because like, there are times with making thumbnails where I'm like, you know what, this looks good. But YouTube does not seem to think so. It's okay, one day we'll understand the whole algorithm. And then it will change again. We already know what Isabel was there. And today they made me a Minecraft skin of my first persona. Oh, that's cool! One of the friends of the channel, Happy, actually made me a skin of my character a while back, which was very, very nice of her. Only thing is, I've been playing Minecraft on Bedrock with my friends because they have Bedrock and not Java. It's okay, maybe one day everyone will get Java, and then I can subject everyone to the tortures of horror Minecraft mobs. Regenerate? Cyprin, how did you level up from just going into battle? I'm confused how you did that. What does that do? For 3 turns, a family member regenerate. Oh. Oh. Oh, Sifrin. That hurts to that hurt to read just now. Oh my. The healing moves have changed from party member to family members. Oh, this sucks. Oh, I kinda hate this. Okay, thanks. Go as cries in the corner. That's me right now. If I could go cry in the corner, I would. For the status and healing attacks to turn from party member to family member, that hits hard. Okay, at least everyone else's are also saying family member, because it would just be hell if it was only Sifrin's. It would be so much worse if it was just Sifrin's. Cause like, I mean, it would make sense. It really would. If it was just like Sifrin that had that, but if he was the only one to have that, then that just hurts. I'd be saying really good job from the game developers, but like also why? Like, I don't fully remember everything, but I remember I remember the last dialogue that I read when I played this game last time, because that was very emotional. I made that into a clip for a reason, because that moment was something. Sifrin just doesn't deserve this man. Okay, so we're gonna go to the right side to get the key for the left side. Okay. See, the floor that I remember the best is floor 3. Every other floor is kind of like, what do I do here? Because I've spent the most time on floor 3. Like, I think at this stage it might be like a 2-week break from this game, and I still think I remember a good part of floor 3 out of all of them. Wait, did you drink some? Wait, hold on. I have to get my voices again. Did you drink a special tonic or something? You seem, well...
So graceful, right? I knew I wasn't imagining it. You're walking in a cool way, like a dancer or something. You usually feel like a tiny fennec fox, but you feel more like a panther right now. And the way you defeated the last few sadnesses we've seen, that was... impressive.
It's time to get serious, you know?
It's time to get serious.
I will show the king my true power. I will show them all.
And then, no one will ever make fun of me again for being barely taller than a preteen.
Okay, guys. No need to bully Sifrin here. Not everyone gets to be born tall.
I'm the same height as you, Mira. Oh.
Mirabelle looks at your heeled shoes, then at her flat boots. Don't you say a word.
Is that so? Ouch. Yeah, Belle. Hit him where it hurts.
Ouch. Are you really moving differently though? Faster, more silently? Come to think of it, your family members do feel slower to you now. Clumsier. How long have you been in there compared to them? Too long, Sifrin. You have been in here too long. It's also kind of concerning that Sifrin doesn't remember how many times he's done this. It's like over 30. From memory, he's done this like over 30 times. I think over 35. Leave the door alone. Just go through here. Yeah. Okay, so we don't need to go. We don't need to go down, but we do need to. Hi, big hands. Ow. Buy one, get one free. Jolly round round, oh. Boost up everyone's defenses. And scissors. Go, Bonnie. Good hit. Cleaver by half. Team attack, everyone, go! Beat it! You breathe in and out. Ah, sadness. 'Tis one of the little guys. The fact that Sif does more damage than the DPS. Yeah. Sifrin does more damage than Odile now. Ah, it's weak to scissors. Okay, so that means scissors. Yeah. I just worry for Sifrin, you know? Now they're beating up the counter, what the hell? Wait. Wait. Something feels weird. Something feels weird about this. Something feels really weird about this. I don't know if anyone else is picking up on this, like, so far. Like, yeah, I might have skimmed over, like, a couple of little bits here. But there's different dialogue in this loop. And weirdly, Bonnie... Like, everyone is kind of, like, acting more friendly. And we haven't done any of the friend quest stuff before getting into the House of Dormont. I'm not sure what's happening here, but I'm actually interested. 'Cause, like, I don't think that they remember. I don't think that they actually remember, but there's something weird. Because, like, every time we've entered this room, I always remember Sifrin hits the corner, and then he accidentally says "nya," and then Odile and I forget who else, but they make fun of him for making that noise. But instead, when he hits the corner this time, they start kicking the corner. Anyone else find that interesting? I personally find that kind of interesting. Like, we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. Move. Damn it. Okay, that is a scissors. Damn it. Oh, that makes everyone start regenerating. Well, that works out. I'll just do the shield on her. She'll start healing anyway, so. Nice, good one. Damn it. Just regenerate. Everyone can regenerate. You can regenerate. You can regenerate. Why is it butt-shaped? You know, I've actually wondered that a couple of times. Why is it in the shape of a butt? Like, it's a butt that's got legs and arms. It's like a butt that's gone to the gym, but not for the butt, but it's actually gone to the gym because it wants to get beefier arms. A craftonomy book. Oh, is this a craftology book? Piercing craft, creative craft. Where's the protecting craft chapter? It's a craftonomy book, not a craftology book. This one is about the study of craft, not your fortune.
A book about the study of craft? Could it have any information about timecraft, maybe? Does that Craftonomy book have anything on timecraft? Timecraft? What for?
Is it related to our situation with the king?
We don't have time. What's timecraft? I don't know what that is.
Should we have a crash course on timecraft then?
Fine. Odile flips through the book. It does have a section on timecraft. Alright. So, timecraft is, as the name implies, the power to wield and craft time itself. It's a type of craft that's been hypothesized to exist for decades, but its existence has never been proven. Until now, right? Stopping time. That's what the king does, right? So, the king is using timecraft. The king most likely is, yes. Which would make it the first time in history someone managed to harvest that power. Outside of stories told in family tales, that is.
I've actually heard scholars outside of Vorgard are really excited right now. Timecraft confirmed to be real.
So they're happy because he throws people in time? Well, it's more complicated than that. Morals aside, it does change everything we knew about timecraft. Think about how timecraft could be used. The king is only stopping people's time, but it could be used for many other things. It could be used to hasten or slow people's time too. Maybe make people's bodies younger or older. Maybe make buds grow into trees into an instant.
Worst case scenario, it could be used to change history itself. Crafting time to go back in time and change history.
Whoa! The possibilities are endless and terrifying.
Definitely not the kind of power you want in someone's hands.
And definitely not someone like the king. And correct me if I'm wrong, but crafting time wouldn't be like crafting clay to be a specific shape or crafting a sword. Those are easy enough to do and won't tire you out, but crafting time, something as basic and essential as time, wouldn't it ask for immense amounts of power? Exactly. Crafting clay barely asks for any power from the user, but crafting time, it was theorized that crafting time, even to pause time for a single second, would probably kill the user immediately. Huh? Kill them dead?
Kill them dead.
And yet, the king is still alive.
So it raises the question, what gave him enough power to use timecraft without dying? And how did he learn how to use it?
Good question, Isabel.
Hold on.
You have pretty smart insights sometimes.
I sure do.
Timecraft is what the king uses and is dangerous. Got it. I suppose talking about this was useful. I am surprised you're curious about this, Sifrin. Timecraft. A type of craft that allows the user to control time. Isn't that what you and the king have been using? But neither of you should be able to use it. Using it would ask for immense amounts of power. So then, what gave you this power? Maybe you should ask the king about this. What if it isn't enough. What if he doesn't want to tell you anything about Timecraft? You've talked to the king and the head housemaiden. Are those really the only two people that would know anything about the loops you're stuck in? Who else could you talk to about the loops? To theorize. Maybe the guy with the name Loop? Oh wait, there is one person. Okay, I didn't read chat for that entire dialogue. I am sorry. Another quote for the quote keeper. I'm glad that we're keeping things for the quote keeper. It's good to have the quotes ready for them when they come back. Glaze at Loop, glaze at Sifrin. Okay, to be fair, Sif can't really control it sometimes, so yeah, that's true. Guess who else is alive? Sifrin. Yeah. Sifrin, the time looping guy. He can't control the time. He keeps looping back because he dies. And ba-dip-ba-dip-ba-doo-doo-doo. Okay, Loop. You make the secret hand sign and think about talking to Loop. You close your eyes. Loop. Hello. Loop speaking. Thank you for calling. How may I help you? I had a question. Seeing myself in the house, I'm gonna make a bomb. I actually kind of want to ask him about that. Do you know how to fix a knife? Okay, these are good questions. How come I can see where the keys are? The sentences are different. Loki, I actually do want to ask him about this though. You are. Do it. It's gonna be so useful. So you need a long thingy thing, a short gizmo gadget, and a secret ingredient, huh? The short gizmo gadget is in your housemaiden's dorm room. I wonder where the rest is. When you have all three ingredients, just interact with one of them in your pockets to make it. Okay, what about the knife though? Oh, you're thinking about fixing up the key knife. Smart. I mean, don't you sharpen your own dagger? How do you do it? Sharpening stone? And where is it? I forgot. But then you don't have yours, huh? So just find one somewhere else. How the hell do I find that? Also, these are good questions. I've been seeing myself in the house. Why is that? Oh yes, the copies of you walking around, and they could see them too. Your party could? They all went to talk to one of them. It smiled at them. Mirabelle was really upset. Why would me smiling at them scare her that much? Isabel said it had a blissful smile, like it was happy to see him, to see everyone, so it wanted to see them, and he thought it was... It must really have been a disgusting smile for your housemaiden to react like this. That's fucked up. Loop, that's fucked up. I don't think Loop knows something. I've had a feeling Loop knows something for a long while. But he wasn't expecting that.
he wasn't expecting that. At the end, Isabel. Ah, the thing he said he'd tell you at the end of your journey. He mentions he wants to tell you something when you go and sleep at the clock tower. That's probably it. But someone interrupted him just as he was about to tell you. How unfortunate. If only there was a way to make sure he wouldn't be interrupted. Maybe you'd finally get to hear what he was gonna say. If you talked to Bonnie beforehand, maybe. Huh. Interesting. Interesting thought. What should I do next? You're doing so many different things. Well, you know what I'm doing. About the king. What should I do now? So, thanks to that book, you found out that you and the king might be using Timecraft to rewind and stop time respectively. But Timecraft has long been hypothesized to be impossible to control, since it'd ask a lot from the person using it. How can both you and the king use a power that should kill any other person? What gave you that power? You should probably ask your new friend the king about it. He's not my friend. We never became friends. That's not how this works, Loop. How can he just assume that we're friends with the king? Made a lot of assumptions. He made a lot of assumptions in one sentence. Like, oh hey, go talk to your new friend the king. Like, no. We were never established to be on friendly terms. I talk to him because he knows things that I need to know. Ow. Okay, touch the thing, loop forward, touch it. King. Use 15 to loop forwards to the king. I mean, I got plenty, so take me forward. You dreamt about someone crying into nothing. Whose voice was it? You know, I can probably guess it's the king. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me talk to Bonnie. Is Belle okay? Is she okay? I think she's okay, but because she ate some snacks. It's when you can't eat that you're not doing well at all. Thanks for all the delicious snacks, Bonnie. Oh, it's okay. But you didn't try the... Forget it. Oh, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Now that I know why Bonnie doesn't like interacting with Sifrin now, to be in a loop where she's not happy to talk to him hurts.
Like, yeah, I could have talked to the other members, but like, just interacting with Bonnie says enough to me. Let's just get right to it.
Oh, and I had a whole speech prepared too.
Get ready, everyone.
Wait. You, traveler.
Odia looks at you with an expression screaming, does he mean you or me? You look back at the king.
Bright one. Do you remember?
I remember you.
Is that so? We shall fight, and we shall see which side the universe favors.
Okay, King, I got questions. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. King, I got questions. You're using Timecraft, aren't you?
Timecraft? I suppose I am.
But if you're using Timecraft, how did you manage to control it? Timecraft should use immeasurable amounts of power that no mere human could have. So how?
Huh. Yes, it is true. I could not have harvested Timecraft on my own. So, I had some help.
Help?
Okay, who helped you? Oh. Isn't it obvious? The universe would.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the whole entire universe just like, hey, I'm gonna let you have some Timecraft. Here, use it at your own discretion, buddy. You got this. We like you. No, that's not how this works. I think. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, I only had to wish for it.
What do you mean you just had to wish for it? That's bullshit. I've wished for so many things and the universe doesn't do it.
And the universe delivered.
Well, good for you. It doesn't happen like that for everyone.
The universe? Who is that? A person?
Nah, well, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't seem to remember.
It's what's beyond this plane, correct? What's in the sky? You clench your fist. The king sobs.
Oh, ah! I knew Vorgardians were ignorant of it, but I did not think travelers from other countries were too. How? How could you have?
For guardians? Interesting choice of words. Are you not from Vorgard yourself? He isn't, Madame Odile. I feel like I've seen an article about it somewhere recently. I saw it today. Where was it again?
So you're not from Vorgard, but you still want to freeze it in time. Where do you call home again? Home then?
He does not answer. You shake your head and breathe out. An article about the king somewhere. If Mirabelle remembers it, you might have seen it somewhere too. Could it be somewhere in the house? Nothing to ask. Alright. Firstly, let's get everyone on the regeneration train. Secondly, let's
Let's grant everyone the shield. Wait, Shining Life. Boost everyone's defenses. Craft buff. Slow him down. Nice hit, Bonnie.
Oh. It is time, saviors.
Minimal damage.
Good, let us fight to the death then.
If you say so. Paper. Paper. And paper. Nice hit or deal. Everyone, team attack, go! Wait a minute. Make everyone faster. Buff everyone's attack. Just stick with paper because that's actually what's doing damage to him. Again, like, I said this a little while ago, but only thing that comes to mind is Sifrin, like, and Sifrin from a particular loop becomes the king. That is a theory that's been in my head. But I want to write this out and see what happens. Yes, so no. Team attack, everyone, go! See, everyone's already at full health, so she can't do anything. See, what else can we guard? Just be on guard. Thanks, Bonnie. Ow. Guys, does anyone have any potential theories for the situation at hand? Again, team attack, go! Got nothing. Person decided for everything for themselves. Ah, yes, that is right. You read the wiki. If I remember correctly from the last time we talked about this. Also, I do feel like Odile and maybe Isabel speculate things about Sifrin throughout this entire thing, because a lot of Odile's dialogue kind of makes me think that she feels like she knows something. I needed firm reassurance that the trauma will be somewhat healed. Well, based on what you saw, will the trauma be healed or not? Because that's a good question. Odile's really getting there. Isabel's more on the genuine concern side than suspicion. Yeah, I can see that. Because again, like Odile, her mind is constantly ticking. Like I can see it in her dialogue. Isabel, he's genuinely like really smart, and we saw it during the loop where we became friends with all of them. But yeah, I suppose he would be more on the side of concern. Oh, healer's down, healer's down. Team attack, everyone, go in! Okay, good, that healed the healer. Actually, let's actually heal up the healer. Again, I think the thing that really kills me the most emotionally is the situation with Bonnie. Because in the loop where you become friends with everyone, you see how genuinely sweet that kid is. And it's like, why? Why? Okay, everybody finish him off. Yes, yes. Yeah, look, I'll see you in the next loop, King. Let's be honest here, the loops are not done. We're just finding out more information. Please, I think this is like the second last loop.
Indeed, we have done this before so many times. I think this is probably like the third or fourth time we've actually beaten the king. Maybe. I feel like it's around that many times that we've actually beaten him. This time felt third time's the charm, isn't it? If you talk to the head housemaiden, we'll know, let's be honest here, we've been traumatized enough, we know this is... yeah. Oh, traveling one. Sifrin, was it? I cannot thank you enough for what you've done. I'm sure you and your companions have a lot to ask about. Why don't you talk to them and come back to me? I'd love to have a conversation with one of our God's saviors after all. Okay, well I suppose I gotta talk to... Oh, Bonnie. Before you forget though, do you have some snacks left? Oh, well... Wait, I have some pineapple slices left. I won't give them to you, I'm super hungry. That way I'll survive until I eat dinner. See? Aren't I so smart? Very smart, but you're smarter. You should make sure to talk to everyone you need to before talking to Isabel. Of course, the pineapple is left over. Remember, Sifrin's allergic to pineapples. Isabel's never going to be able to say what he wants to say. What did you have to?
Doesn't matter. After all, it wasn't that important. Come on, go talk to everyone. I have some thinking to do. But Civ, I'm glad this is over. I can't wait to get my old job back.
Ah, Isabel, you are never going to be able to say it. Mira, I adore you, I really do, but please, please, no. Yeah. It's actually kind of funny, you know, the amount of times that we've done these loops, and in all of them, Isabel's just never allowed to say what he really wants to say. To do your fake research. Oh, so you figured it out, did you? Don't tell anyone. I'd like to see Isabel try to figure it out for a little while longer. Very excited to hear what he comes up with next. Spoonology? Bananaology? Yeah, you got this. Bananaology would be quite appealing. We actually made her laugh! We made her laugh! Everyone clap. Clap for Sifrin. He actually made Odile laugh. That is an achievement. Oh, I'll clap for him. Good job, Sifrin. You've gone through 30 plus loops and you finally did it. I know that wasn't the aim from the beginning, but you did it. It's an achievement. Huh. I'll miss you, Sifrin. You're a little strange, but you're a good kid. Maybe try lighting down your walls every once in a while, huh? Then come to Kubo anytime. Maybe we'll meet again during your travels.
Sifrin, is everything... Ah! I have even more pineapple slices in my pocket.
Crab, yeah.
Never mind. Take care of yourself, Sifrin, alright? That reaction from Ideal was... That was weird. that was weird. It's like she was seeing something. Yeah, I kind of wanted to see if Bonnie would give me a pineapple slice. But no. Traveling one, are you done talking with your companions? Yes? Wonderful, wonderful. I'd like to thank you for accompanying young Mirabelle this far. I'm very grateful. Sifrin, yes? If there's anything I can do to thank you, please don't hesitate to let me know. I know you'll go back on your travels soon, but I do hope you'll keep in touch, if only for young Mirabelle. Same as usual, it seems. Maybe if you start with something else still. Surprise her somehow. Will you repeat the same lines again? Same lines? What do you... Firstly, before we continue this, I'm gonna have a quick drink because, yeah. That is good. That is good. Actually, while you guys are in Agile, I actually need to grab something real quick. I need to check something. Okay, welcome back from ads. I quickly need to have a look at something. Womp, womp. Okay. Honestly, I thought it was kind of a good time to like check what I needed to check while you guys were in beds, and also take it and have a drink because hydration. Again, hydration's important. Anyways, back to Sifrin and his traumatizing adventures. Oh no. No. Didn't work. She said something slightly different here, but then went right back to her script. Oh, Sifrin, I'm so sorry. There's no way we can stop it now. I'm sorry. You'll be going back when everything started. You almost choke on the smell of burnt sugar around you. I know. Do you have anything new to say? I know you thought your quest was over, but it can't be. Something's broken, something's failing, rotting. I can't fix it on my own, not before it all ends. If only I had noticed sooner. I should have seen it, prevented it. She didn't deviate from her script even once. It seems she really will repeat the exact same thing every time. You feel a tug on your stomach again. It's my fault that you have to suffer like this. I just hope that one day you might learn to forgive. Something's broken, failing, rotting. Performing is getting tiring. She said more that time. She said slightly more that time. Huh. here again.
What if we ask Mirabelle about the thing? Nope. She has no dialogue concerning that at all. Okay, so we talked to Isabel and then we talked to Loop. Loop would be the one to ask about this. Hi Isa, I need to do the favor tree thing.
Oh, sorry. I'm in your way then, aren't I? I'll get out of here. See you at the clock tower.
Thanks, Isa.
Hi, Stardust.
So, got any theories about the loops I'm trapped in?
Why would I?
What do you mean, why would you? Your name is literally Loop.
Oh, stars above, it is. But just because I call myself Loop doesn't mean I know anything. I'm just bad at names. But I'll see what I can do. What's your question?
Do you know anything about how to help?
Such a broad question, Stardust. As I've told you before, I know as much as you do right now.
How can that be?
What do you mean?
Aren't you here to help me? Why don't you know more about the loops you're supposed to help me with? Yeah, good question. Loop? Don't tee me.
Aww. I still don't have a good answer for you, Stardust. Isn't it already nice that you have me to talk to about those loops? You could be alone, stuck with only your tiny brain for company, with no one to talk to. Okay. Well, why don't we summarize what we know about those loops? We might find something out. So, you're currently stuck in a time loop for some unknown reason. The loop starts when you wake up in Dormont. The loop and seems to end when you talk to the head housemaiden.
Unless I die first or touch a tear.
Yes, maybe the loop considers getting frozen in time by those tears a sort of death. But why aren't you looping back when you get frozen in battle?
You know, that's a very good question. I thought the tears worked differently than an actual time freeze skill.
Is that so? Well, you're the one getting frozen, so you'd know. So, you loop if something keeps you from advancing in some way. I wonder if other things would count as keeping you from advancing.
Like what?
Like, what if we cut off your legs? Would you immediately loop back? You can't advance if you have no legs, right?
I'd rather not test that one.
Aw, but understandable.
That was very morbid. I don't like that option. But it is interesting though. What makes the loop actually loop?
Maybe. Does the loop consider talking to the head housemaiden something that keeps you from advancing somehow?
Oh, maybe, but
what would advancing even mean then? Towards what goal? Is there something that happens when you talk to the head housemaiden that makes a certain goal impossible to accomplish? As you've found out, all of this might be the work of Timecraft. A power that should be impossible. But you and the king are somehow able to manipulate it. But am I manipulating Timecraft if I can't control it? But you can, can't you? You can more or less control where you come back. Except when you talk to the head housemaiden, it seems. Which brings you back to the start. But just being able to loop back in time and avoid death might count as you being able to use Timecraft. But if Timecraft is supposed to be too dangerous to even use, how did I get the power? And how can you break the loop for good? Yes, those are the big questions, aren't they? I do wonder about the limitations of your powers still. What makes you actually loop? Somehow I feel like finding out more about that would be useful. Stardust, we've been talking for a while, so maybe not right now, but when you have time, will you hang out with me for a bit? Huh? Hang out? I have a theory I'd like to test. And we haven't spent any time together, Stardust. I'm lonely. I want to have a long conversation with someone, anyone. I want to hang out. Ugh. Again, it doesn't have to be right now. Our little hangout time might last a while, maybe even longer than the rest of the day. I'm sure you have plans for this loop, so you can wait until you have time, okay? A theory loop would like to test about the loops. It might be useful. You should talk to Loop and hang out with them when you have time then. Yay! I'll be waiting, Stardust. In the meantime, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop? Nothing. Wait, actually, I did want to actually ask him about that thing. Are you calling your party family members now? You know this sounds really awkward, right? You're awkward. Oh, somehow this one seems to have hit home. You feel a little bad. I don't. Anyway, how can I help you on this wonderful new loop? What should I do next? Find out more about the loops. What should I do now? The loops. Wouldn't it be useful to know how they work exactly? I have some theories I'd like to test. Okay, so he's just talking about that. The king. What should I do now? So the king might not be from Vorgard. This is interesting information. Smile smugly. Sounds like asking him stuff was a good idea, huh? Yeah. Stardust, you were right. We really don't know anything about him, so any new information is useful. Your housemaiden mentioned she saw some articles about the king somewhere, didn't she? If she saw some, maybe you should check around rooms that you explore every time while going through the house. It might be a lot of information though, so make sure you ask yourself the right questions. Okay, so we need to go through to go through a lot of different rooms. Okay. Well, that might take a little while. Trying to think, what is the most likely floor to find information on? I'm tempted to check out the second floor first. Because we checked out the first floor in the last loop, and there wasn't a lot. My guess is that the information we will probably want to be looking for is on the second or third floor. That is my guess. And because I don't really remember the second floor that well, I'm tempted to check that one first. Actually, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Second, third, or first floor? Actually, buff. Trying to remember what have I seen? Honestly, I feel like they could be spread out, but don't know. That's true. I don't have any intention of fighting the king. So I don't need to worry about that. So I don't really need to worry about items per se. I mean, obvious sort of thing about it is like check anywhere and everywhere. I mean, it would take some time, but okay, stop attacking my healer. And my healer just destroyed it. Good job, Mira. Good job. Okay, so our aim is to look for papers of some kind.
Okay, we can't go into that room. This we've seen before. Just trying to think. This one's weak against scissors, so. Damn it, did the wrong one. Your turn. Go back to Sifrin. Sifrin heal the healer. Thank you, Bonnie. There we go. Okay, so that takes us down. There wasn't. Actually, I'll check the left side again. The left side didn't have much, but wait, there's papers here. A flyer for Dormont Boulangerie. Boulangerie. Bread. Okay, so that's just talking about bread. Okay. Loving us is the yeast they could do. Of course, he had a pun for that. Okay. Actually, that was the thing I was gonna say, because it's on topic with bread. So my recent, I suppose, fixation of sorts has been, god damn it, my recent fixation out of late has been Castanetetto. If you guys have a guess from what I've been posting in the art thing in the Discord. Honestly, it's mainly because like TikTok keeps giving me Teto memes. Like, Teto word of the day! Recursion! Teto word of the day! Recursion! Teto word of the Teto! Recursion! Teto word of the Teto! Re-Teto! Loki should get Utao or find a Vocaloid port of Teto. You know, that would actually be really good. That is an idea. So then I can spread the Teto chord. Spread the Teto, indeed. I don't know, like, for me, it started off like, hey, this is pretty funny. And then it turned into, you know, I actually quite like the music. Like, Bird Brain was probably the most recent one that's come out. And honestly, I have not heard many, or if any people say that they don't like it. Personally, I really like it. I really like Bird Brain. I can kind of relate. But also love, well, funny enough, Machine Love, and then there's also, I think there's like two others. Brain Rot. Brain Rot's another good one that I like. Then there's also Tedder Rock, which I'm trying to teach myself like the rap parts for Tedder Rock because I really like it. Vocaloid's so peak, it's not even a genre, it's just synthesized vocals. Flavor Foley's big on Tedo. There's papers up here. Instructions on how to craft candles. Well, I don't need to know how to craft candles. Some papers. They seem to be various newspaper articles about the king. You never looked at them very closely before, have you? You take a step forward. Oh, there's so many articles about the king. His conquest was slow enough that the Vorgardian press had time to write about him and remember that. But there's no one to write them now. You all start reading random articles.
This article is about his slow march to Dormon's house.
This one's about him probably being from another country than Vorgard. Huh?
He really isn't Vorgardian then?
Oh, apparently not.
This article says there's no record of him anywhere, up until he appeared out of thin air sometime in his adulthood. Looks like he lived in the city of Corbeau for a few years before he became the king.
So he was a traveler, like Fran and Deal.
Please don't compare us to him, thank you. That's right, he did talk about Vorgardians before. The way he phrased it, it did seem like he thought of Vorgardians as people other than himself. And he said he thought of Vorgard as welcoming. Always willing to welcome people in, even someone with no name, no home to speak of. You should go and ask the king where he's from later.
Oh, this article is about his fashion sense.
Huh?
From what I've heard, he does have a very distinctive hairstyle.
This article is more about his armor, actually. They even included a sketch. Look.
Well, it's very shiny,
I suppose.
Very imposing.
There's something that caught your attention though. The thing that catches my attention are the patterns.
The patterns? On his chest and gauntlet, you mean?
It's just a weird lozenge. What's so weird about that?
Those are stars.
Stars? What's a star?
The dots in the sky, correct? Is that so?
Oh? This article here does mention his speech mannerisms. Stars and sky-related things seem to be something he comes back to often.
I don't like this. I don't like this. The only characters that talk about stars and skies, Loop, Fryn, and the King. It's one of two options, and I don't like either. Stars, huh?
What could be interesting about them?
Stars. Is there somewhere in the house where you could find out more about them? There is, the 3rd floor. Well, time to loop. I need to find me a freezy spot and then loop forward. Okay, it's resistant to that. Paper. This gets interesting. Okay, of course we find another one. Actually, before all of that happened, I was talking about Teto. If you guys have a particular meme, or if you find something on TikTok about Teto or like Miku or really any of the Vocaloids, please do put them in the Discord. I would actually like to see them. I like looking at those memes. Also, I will probably draw Teto with Brad again. Brad the Bread. That's another character we have here now. Brad the Bread. Gotta like Brad the Bread. Let's see. Scissors. If all Mikus are canon, all Tetos are also canon. That is true. I see no reason why that would not be true. Also, there have been some memes that I've seen relating to Teto. And it's like Teto meets her rival, and her rival is Oguri Cap from Uma Musume. And honestly, it makes me laugh so much. Because if for some of you, if you've seen that, Teto's called a fat ass. So was Oguri. Or more so accurately, Oguri is sometimes nicknamed as Oguri Fatty Cap. Everyone means it lovingly. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right, left. Up here. Picture's different. It is nice to see the fandoms that I enjoy combining together for memes. Memes truly are a source of a way to bring people together. And then we go up here. And then there's a key in here. It's her room, papers. Okay. Leave the door alone for now. I feel like some of these doors, we will find out how to open them soon. Just got to be a little bit more patient and see how this rides out. Okay, so this one, I think, weak to paper. I think, from memory, it could be either rock or paper, but I'm guessing paper. Yep, knew it. Again, I've done this particular floor so many times that it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the right answer here. Team attack, go! Okay, now we go back to the left side and have a look at the... Have a look up here. Because this is where we can look for the stars. Yeah. See, I remember because the first time that I went into the third floor, this is the area that I opened up first. And then I found that there wasn't really anything I could do here. But considering the current information we have, could be a different story. Okay, now they're actually talking about stars. Stars like the king's armor. Indeed. We should look around. What was that noise? There's a book in Cabuan open on the table. You all look at Odile. A Cabuan book here in Vorgard. How rare. The title translates to Colors Through Time. It seems to be an essay about color theory. Color theory? What's color? We don't have time for this. Okay. Pile of papers. And a determined child looks like they tried to write the same word on all those papers. Okay. I guess look at the telescope. What's that?
Oh, I've seen one of those before. That's called a telescope. I think you watch the sky with it.
Like clouds?
Like stars, I think. During the night, since they're not here during the day.
Stars? Boring.
No, but honestly, it could be what we kind of need to do. But anyways, a big window.
Stars! But don't they only appear at nighttime? We left early in the morning, so it should still be...
Okay, so we've done this dialogue, the stars. Stars like the king's armor. Stars like the king keeps mentioning. Stars like... You should remember them. Something in you tells you you should. Every time you raise your head and look up at them, you feel like it's something you've done dozens, hundreds, thousands of times, but you can't remember any of it. What were you even trying to see, looking up at them? The king. Every time you face him, he asks you the same question. Do you remember? Remembering is not something you've been very good at. There's so much you can't remember. You're a very forgetful person after all. You can't remember basic items. You forget where you're going half the time. You can barely remember people's names. You've noticed you're starting to forget whole loops. You can barely remember anything that happened before you started looping in time. You can barely remember anything that happened before. Before what? You breathe out and unclench your fists. You can and can't remember. What you can and can't remember doesn't matter much now, does it? The king. Does he want you to remember something? Does he... You should go and ask the king what he wants you to remember later.
Sif, you okay?
Lost in thought, Sifrin.
You open your eyes, smile and shake your head. You have to keep going. Okay, so we've got a couple of questions that we need to ask the king. It's good because we can just loop forward. Okay, well, time to ask him more questions. He's got a lot of questions to answer. Let's just get right to it.
Wait, you, traveler. Bright one. Do you remember?
Okay. Let's see how he reacts to some of the new questions we have in mind. Okay, ask. Where are you from? The king looks straight at you.
What about you, Bright One? Where are you from?
What? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that reaction. I don't like the fact that Sifrin flinched at that, and that the king's response is to laugh. What should I remember? Does it really matter, Sifrin? He could just be trying to confuse you. Yeah, speaking in riddles to Frin. Stop trying to confuse him. He hasn't forgotten anything. He's forgotten something. But you have, haven't you? You try not to think about it, but... What have I forgotten?
Forgotten? Oh, bright one, bright one. Why? Why would you ask? Don't you know at this point what you've forgotten? Haven't you always known? Can't you see the hole it has left behind, if not what used to fill it? Don't you feel it? Its absence. What the crap is he talking? All of it! You've forgotten it all, bright one! They all have! We all have! No one can say it. No one can even remember it. It escapes us. It will keep escaping us. Oh, why don't you remember? I can tell everything from your accent, to the way you craft, to the stitching of your cloak and hat, to those pins you wear. You should remember. You and I, of all people, standing here, should remember. Bright one, please, please. Just remember. Say it. Make it real. Please. If you can remember, then maybe.
What is happening? Is he okay? Something we've all forgotten. I haven't forgotten anything, stupid!
Surf? Something you've forgotten. Something everyone has, even if they don't pay attention to it. The hole it's left behind. Something bigger than just the stars. What were you trying to remember doesn't exist anymore, but someone might still have written proof it existed, haven't they? Asked the king. Well, we've got nothing to ask at this stage. I'll just let the king attack. I'll be honest. I mean, he's gonna kill everyone, so. Boom. You know, the messed up part about that is that your friends watch you go. Loop back to Dormont, yes. So... Even faced with her own end, she was looking straight at the king, unbroken even then. Back to it. I'm gonna talk to Loop again. If there's nothing else, because I feel like there might be something I didn't do in that last loop.
Hi, Stardust. Say, you've looped back a lot using tears, haven't you? Was it on purpose, or did you trip into them?
On purpose.
Oh, I suppose it is useful. It's a fast way to look back. Isn't it tiring, though, having to walk back to find one? Are you tired? Are you annoyed yet?
Are they trying to get on your nerves on purpose?
Not on purpose, just trying to make conversation.
It's annoying to have to walk back every time, though.
Right? Well, there's no faster way, and it's either this or dying to fight, so I'd say the tears are better.
I do have a dagger.
You sure do. What do you mean, I do have a dagger?
Stardust, are you serious? You want to stab yourself and die so you can look back?
You shouldn't. Stabbing yourself isn't as easy as touching a tear, you know. It'll hurt. A lot.
That's quite a reaction from Loop. It'd definitely hurt, yeah. That's true.
So you won't think about it anymore?
I won't. It was just an idea.
Okay, good.
Anyway, how can I help you on this time loop? What do I do next? King. What do I do? The king says everyone's forgotten something, including him. Including you. But why would anyone write down what they've forgotten? Why would anyone know its importance if they can't remember it, except... I'm actually surprised you haven't found it yet. Not reading a lot of books, are we? If you read it, maybe you'd understand. I have to go and find a particular book to read? Oh, there are so many books though. Okay, so books. I'm trying to think, like, what particular book would there be? What book would there be that I mean, if anything, it'd be in the library. quickly, I'm gonna loop back to the library. I feel like that might be an option. Always forget that I can't go back once I've gone this way. Okay, everyone's eating the thing. We've done this so many times. Isabel will never be able to say what he wants to say. But what book? That is the thing that is mentally bothering me right now. It's like there's a specific book. It'd either be in the secret library. Because I'm pretty sure I did read the books in the normal one. A rock. And a rock. Were there any books in here? Boom 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 boom. Where there? Touch it, yes. Start again. Go to the second floor. This one has the schoolrooms, and then it also has the library. Damn it! Let's see, that one. Yeah, honestly, Siffrin is probably the strongest one here. Oh. Alright, you're leveled up. Okay, so we can't read anything that's there. Okay, what about the books in this bookshelf? Are you curious about bonding earrings? Okay, so we've done this one. Okay. Okay, so they're just talking about customs from Vorgard, about names and change and whatnot. Okay. What's on this one? No snack eating in this room. Okay, Bonnie. Oop. Ah. Limited spaces. Nice, Ifrin. Come on, come on, come on. Haha, I win. I kind of forgot that this one was in this room. This one should be weak to rock, so if I remember correctly. Because the third floor is weak to paper and the first floor is weak to scissors, so. See, I was right. See. Turn it up, pass it to Isa. Kaboom! Everybody, finish him! Okay, now. Oh, we don't have that key. Damn, we have to go to the left side. Whoop, 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 whoop. Haha. I win. What? Hey. Hey. You know, I could just use... Actually, you know what? Why don't I... Hold on. Equip Sifrin, Memory of Sadnesses. This way, they can just flee. And they... No, it just makes it more convenient. Okay, what was this one? Okay, there's nothing in here for me to read, so... And... I think, yeah, so we go in here, we get the key. I don't think there was anything in the head housemaiden's bookshelf. But again, we just sort of, we look. Some notes about the king. The head housemaid must have been looking for more information about him. You wonder if calling him king might have given him more notoriety than he should have, but... So the king is a name that he chose. Maybe that's something you could ask him about. That is another thing to actually ask him about. Good thinking, Sifrin. Good thinking. Okay, now that area is closed off. Haha, Yes, they flee from me. Okay, book. It's called The Complete History of Fishing. Adele got heavy book. She puts it in her pocket. A fishing book? Okay. I didn't think that Odile was interested in fishing, but... Running from your problems. This... okay. No key. This book seems to be about how to get a better running posture and better endurance. Okay. Didn't really need to know about running technique, but you know, there's one character in Dormont that is obsessed with running. The key to meaningful change. Well, yeah, that one just has the key in it. Secret. Wow, a secret passage! Yay! Let's go. Okay. Color theory. Okay, so we've been through that one. Carrot method. Okay, so it's just going through a lot of the same stuff. It's strange. Mom told me to clean my room today. I hate cleaning my room. My room isn't even dirty. Why doesn't she understand? Ugh. Also, Dad noticed no one can say the name of the island north of here anymore. I tried to say it yesterday, and I got like the weirdest headache for hours. Wait a minute. The island north of here. Nobody can say the name of it. Might trick my friends into saying it tomorrow. The rest is just doodles of a little girl laughing uproariously. The island north of Vorgard. I remember when it happened. Well, remember isn't the right word, is it? We all just know something happened. An entire stretch of land disappearing from people's minds. It doesn't happen often, does it? I think my village was really close to it. My sister said it was all everyone could talk about for weeks. That's so frightening. I'm glad that whatever happened, she didn't get caught up in it. Oh, yeah. That country's name. What was its name again? I think it was something like... Don't say it! Crap. What an interesting diary entry. The name of this country. You try to remember. Only silence answers you. Is this what the king wanted you to remember? Just remember it.
Say it. Make it real. You can't say it. You don't even want to try, but... You turn to Isabel. But can you try and say it anyway?
Oh, but why? It's just gonna give me a headache.
Isabel looks at you. Something about your expression makes him reconsider.
Oh, well, sure, Sif. I'll say it. The country's name was... You know, I had it before, but now that I'm actively trying to remember it, nothing comes to mind.
Huh? Is that so? You're dumb, Za. I know it. It's... Eh? But... Wait. Huh? What's...
I can't remember it. You can't remember it either, yeah? When you asked me, answering you felt automatic. Like, if you asked me what 1 plus 1 makes, but trying to remember it now is more like...
Like calculating 72 times 89.
Nah, that's 6,408. I have a brain and I know how to use it.
What? Isabel.
Nah, it felt more like asking me to remember my first steps. How can I remember that? I can't remember that. How can you expect me to remember that?
What a terrible analogy. But I can't seem to remember it either. When we were talking about it, I could think it clearly, but trying to remember it now, let alone say it. I can't remember the country itself either. I just remember it was an island north of Vorgard, and it had a different belief than the change belief, didn't it? Something about the sky. The universe. That's right, the universe. Oh yeah, like stars and stuff. We also know that people could remember that country clearly before. And... my head is killing me. And we know that trying to remember stuff makes our brains hurt. Let's stop here. It'd be bad to fight the king with a raging migraine.
Yeah. Sorry we couldn't remember it, Sif.
Stars, so the king is from that country as well. The country no one can remember. Your country. The country you were born in, raised in, spent your entire childhood in. And yet, even now, thinking about it, what it may have looked like, you can't even imagine it. For a long time now, you haven't been able to remember anything about it. You forget it even exists half the time. Anything linked to that country has just stopped existing for you. Your childhood, your parents, your life, your language, your culture, your faith, the stars, the constellations, the universe. It's all gone, forgotten. The king. He was from there. You're sure of it. And then something happened, and the country disappeared without a trace, unable to be remembered by anyone. No one can remember what made everyone forget this, forget its existence. But something must have happened, right? But if it happened, if he's so attached to it, he asks you if you remember every single time you see him. If he's so attached to that country, why would he be so obsessed with Vorgard then? Why would he decide to freeze it all in time? You can't figure it out quite yet, but there must be something somewhere. Something that's similar to his goal.
Yep. So there is a reason why nobody can remember anything. I did not mean to. Never mind. But no, there's a reason why nobody can remember anything. And it feels like someone's done that on purpose. Go back to the 3rd floor. 50 loops. The big 5-0. You could do some math to figure out how many days, weeks, months you've been stuck here. You don't always spend very long in a single loop, but sometimes you do spend more than 24 hours in there, so doing the math would be easy enough. But you won't, because you're smart. You can guess what it would do to your brain. Back to it. And with that being said, we are saving everything here. For today. For tonight. And that is the end of our session of In Stars and Time for tonight. Things are really developing. And like there were questions going on that partially I did think about in the back of my head, but weren't in the forefront of my thought with a lot of this stuff. But it is getting really interesting. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this session of In Stars in Time. Not so much trauma this time round, it's more just questions. Know what I'm saying? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this session of In Stars in Time. And I hope you guys all have a good weekend, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your, at least we come to a little bit on the trauma. We did, but again, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, night, morning. My voice is slowly going, so I'm gonna go rest it. Have a good one, guys, and don't forget to eat bread.